Hello everybody, welcome to another daily dose of gaming news and all that good stuff. And as always, I publish on Rumble, which seems to continue to work, which is good. And for access support, more directly you can go for PayPal or the Patreon page here. I should be getting already, before recording this, I did launch the CPU cooler unboxing. So if you are curious about this particular one, it's pretty good. AM5, it's compatible also with AM5 and I think 13th gen Intel, I think. But yeah, and also after the last unboxing, I will start then publishing the gaming series. I managed to record a few to upload. Then it will take a long time, but I will do a proper video on that regarding the gaming series and how I'm going to go about it in terms of like publishing them. But yeah, let's get on with the news. So not much happening today is Sunday, of course, and at the moment this is the bigger news per se regarding hardware, which is basically the 7000 series is officially launched, all the family of GPUs, but we got some, not the tease, but okay, it's corporate speak. The Scott Egelman or something like that I think he calls from the Scott Erkelman, I think that's how it pronounces, I'm not sure. AMD Senior Vice President General Manager of GPU Business Unit. Okay, this is the same guy that if not mistaken did the launch of the 7000 series. But yeah, he confirms that basically this is the lineup. This 5, we can consider 6 GPUs, taking into account the GRE one. We might get maybe some refresh, but there will be no like SKUs, so there is not going to be 70 whatever something. We might get like probably like if there is kind of refresh like 7850 XTs and kind of this sort of GPUs, but I don't think in terms of monikers here we will get like new ones, mainly because of the RDNA 4, the rumors and everything regarding how the R&D of that, like the high end. The latest that I heard, the rumblings were that they are not going to aim for the Navi 41, and the 42 I think it's on doubt if it's going to be launched. We don't know. Still there is no official information. Even here they don't query about that. But yeah, this is kind of the information, or in terms of like leaks and rumors. But yeah, we might get some kind of a thing on regarding like refreshes, maybe starting by the end of this year or the beginning of the next year, if they delay too much the launch of the RDNA 4, but we will see how it goes. And basically, I saw some videos here and there that supposedly in terms of at least their own benchmarks and everything in games, seems that these 60 compute units from the 7800 XT might seem a little bit more efficient than the 84 compute units from the 7900 XT. I don't know if they've been delaying this one also. Okay, we know that there was a lot of RDNA 2 GPUs still that kind of slot in on these kind of cards from the previous generation, but they might have been working like behind the scenes also trying to fine-tune, because we already know that the 7900 XTX is not, even though it's the yellow product, they thought they could squeeze out a little bit more performance out of them. And I think I'm not sure if it is hardware or software related. It doesn't like in terms of uplift, in terms of generation, in terms of performance, it's not that drastic. It's kind of meh. But yeah, it seems that we're working, and in terms of at least from their own taking into account their own internal benchmarks and everything, it seems that the 7800 XT can close a little bit the gap, taking into account the difference between compute units and the performance itself in terms of frame rates taking into account like the same games. Seems that these 60 compute units perform more efficiently than the 7900 XT, which is basically if the 7900 XT had 60 compute units, they will perform supposedly worse than this 60 compute units from the 7800 XT. But yeah, seems interesting. So somebody mentioned that probably, but then again, we will need to see like a proper review with some benchmarks, taking into account, of course, the new drivers from AMD and everything. Usually, of course, Gamers Next and Hardware Unbox are pretty good at that. Especially Hardware Unbox. Then we can usually they do also the price per frame or price per watt, something like that. It's more comprehensive, that thing. Gamers Next, I think, usually also does now. But yeah, with those in-depth reviews with independent results, I think we will have a better idea of how and kind of speculate to a certain point if this RDNA 2 6 this compute unit seems more efficient. They can draw better performance out of these compute units from the 7900. I don't know if this is a problem with the die itself, being this Navi 31 and this is Navi 32. We will see. That's maybe why they might kind of tease. There might be some refreshes. I don't know if they launch, for example, 7950 XTX. Sorry, it's a lot of X's and a lot of numbers for me at this moment of the day. I don't know if it will perform way better than in terms of what we have now. I don't know. It's speculation at this point. But yeah, we got 5. We can consider 6, taking into account the 7900 GRE. It's like the middle ground between these two. But yeah, they didn't do anything in between, at least at this moment. I don't know if in the future with the production of the GPUs and the dies, if they're going to have like enough like dies that can be launch like a GPU in the middle ground here, like a 7600 XT. But at the moment, I think it's finished the portfolio. But yeah, a lot of time on this article, but a lot of thoughts. But I don't want to over analyze things, because there is no independent information and official information. So when it starts getting too much in rumors, we can speculate all day and get nowhere. But yeah, and the last news here is Alan Wake. It seems that the game was developed for around 130 people on the studio in average for these 4 years of development time, which is pretty impressive, given that this game basically is competing to a certain degree in terms of quality per se. We can discuss quality on AAA games on another day, but it seems that they're aiming like the benchmark that AAA games should launch with only 130 people on the studio in terms of average. So some of I assume some weeks or some years get more and less, but all around in average 130 people. Usually big studios it's 400 or more. I don't want to get myself wrong here, but I think, like for example, for Starfield, Bethesda, they have 400 plus. Not sure on the main studio on Bethesda. Don't quote me on that, but usually it's around that 400 and up. And sometimes several studios, they're working conjunction. Sometimes it jumps to 600 or something like that, because they have satellite studios. They can work in certain parts of the games or whatever it is, depending on the studio and the publisher. But yeah, seems that the game. I think yesterday I went talk about the 4K gameplay. It seems pretty good. Again. I don't trust too much about 4K gameplay on YouTube, especially from this kind of events, because of the compression and how it's the recording is made. I will also talk about that on my gameplay series video. For usually a half an hour of gameplay that I have, it's like a file of 15 gigabytes. It's a lot. And so, almost for 1 hour gameplay, I'm reaching around 35 gigabytes of edited video. So I pump up the quality the maximum. And when we get this kind of videos from this kind of events, even if it is 4K, the definition is not on par what would supposedly you will experience when you play the game at this example 4K. But yeah, I think the game will be interesting, at least. Usually because how Remedy tries to work out their storytelling, they're trying always to get new ways of telling the story that they want to tell. And the fact that is Alan Wake, the way the universe set up and the mood of the game itself, I think it's going to be very interesting how they're going about it. But yeah, I will talk more on the gaming series video that I will try to make today, so I can wrap up everything. But yeah, we're going to wrap up with some gaming deals. We have Fort Solis. It's kind of mostly positive reviews. Around 70% of the users like the game. It's 10% off for the introductory offer here. Ends in 2 days. It's a shame we don't have like 15 minutes demo, so you can try out the game and see what it's all about. I didn't look too much, but I didn't see like any reviews popping out from this game on my feed on YouTube, so I'm still need to get onto that. But we got Dying Light, the definitive edition, which is the best version of the game here. $10 with all the extra content here. It's still until the end of the month here. And we got the Metro franchise, so the Metro Redux version of the first two games, and I'm not sure the enhanced edition or the gold edition. Oh, I always confuse myself with the Metro Exodus. But you got the gold edition. Yeah, enhanced edition. Yeah, the gold edition is 80% off. I think it's the better version because it has enhanced graphics, I think, better than the when the game launched. But yeah, the 33 it's 85% off, sorry, $3 give or take. The Last Light $2, so 90% off. And we got the gold edition here. There is a bundle here of the free games, and I suppose it has everything here. Expansion pass, season pass, sorry, and I think it has like the everything upgraded for $10. Seems pretty interesting, but because of the price here difference, sorry, oh my god, I'm all over the place, sorry. The gold edition being $8, I'm not sure. I think it doesn't have like the enhanced edition. I will leave it up to you to decide. You might already have like 1 or 2 games of this, but yeah, it's one of those trilogies that I would like to make. I just need Metro Exodus. I already have the Redux versions of these games on Epic Games, so we'll see how it goes. And basically that's it for today, guys. Try to get it short as possible, not much to talk about, and I'm just referencing you for my Patreon page for extra support. And basically that's it, guys. I will see you in the next one, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Till then, Kunamy Master out.